I'm in Bahrain principally because all year round our armed forces serve brilliantly all over the world. But there's a day in the year when, of course, even the most committed of soldier, sailor, aviator would rather be at home with their family. And so I think it really matters that earlier in the week the Prime Minister was with the troops that are deployed to Estonia, saying thank you to them, and this week I'm here in the Gulf saying thank you to our service personnel who are deployed here, because it is an act of great sacrifice to be away from your family and friends at this time of year, and it's important that people know they're not forgotten. Nowadays people talk all about Russia and Ukraine and the Atlantic and the Mediterranean because that's where the current acute threat is, and if they're not talking about that, they talk about the rising competition with China and how we'll gear ourselves to that. And sometimes people can talk about this region, the Gulf, as if it's kind of yesterday's business, that it stopped mattering when we weren't in Iraq and we weren't in Afghanistan in the way that we had been 15 years ago. That's simply not true. The threat that these people on board this ship face when they go out into the Persian Gulf, the job that they do in sort of providing security in this region to our friends all around the Arabian Peninsula is massively important. This region still matters enormously to the UK, and the job of work that we do here alongside the Americans and many other allies is hugely important. Being away on Christmas Day itself is okay. The really hard bit is leaving your family and friends just before Christmas, knowing that they're all going to be celebrating in your absence. And everybody on board this ship has been through that in the last few weeks, where they've had to say goodbye to their loved ones at home at this really special time of year when normally people are with their families, and they've had to say goodbye and they've come out here to do their duty. And I empathise, but I also know that tomorrow I fly home and I will be with my family, and that therefore gives me no right to say that I know what it's like, because these guys and girls are living it this week, and I'm hugely grateful to them.